everyone, I'm back here today with a small haul from Sassy Girl Aroma. This order is from not this last restock she had on Saturday, but I guess from the week or the prior restock. I didn't order at the day that she restocked that day, which would have been maybe about 3 weeks ago now. I ordered probably about a week and a half ago. I was planning on sitting it out. There weren't too many scents that stuck out to me. I was hoping more for fruity, and there seemed to be a lot of bakery. I'm very picky when it comes to bakery scents. So I was planning on just, holding out and not ordering at all, but she had been gone for a little while I believe her grandmother passed away. And when she came back and opened up the website again, I peeked on there, and all 4 scents that I originally wanted were still there. So I went ahead and just placed this order. I bought 4 chunk bags. I received 1 sample. I think she usually only sends 1 sample though. And the sample that I received is in the scent Denim. I did look up the scent description for this, and it's very complicated. It's mostly like a musky, fresh air type scent. And I know that it does say that there's like lemon and lime and I think a floral note in it. I really just pick up like a very fresh, musky scent. It's not my favorite. It reminds me of something. Excuse me. It reminds me of something, but I'm not sure what, but I don't like it. So that will be passed along either in some family mail I send to my mother or along in a D-stash. Okay, so to get started, let's go ahead and look at Blackberry Melon Cotton Candy, which is this bag here on the left. I pulled out a couple chunks so you could see and I wouldn't have to rustle with the bag. You might be able to tell that the bags are a little beat up and the film on them is kind of dirty. That's because this order shipped in a padded flat rate envelope. I did have the option to pay extra to put it in a box, but personally I really don't care. I don't really mind how it looks. The bags are still good. It's just going to be melted. Why pay extra if you don't need to? So just wanted to put that out there. So the first scent is the Blackberry Melon Cotton Candy, and this is what the chunk looks like. She has a beautiful purple and like a pinky red color chunks, and then a blue overpour, but when it gets mixed with some of these other colors, it kind of comes off like almost like a lilac, like here. It's very nice. This one's really good. I definitely get way more of that melon, very sweet melon, than I do just like a blackberry fragrance, but it is there. I had another blend like this that was similar before, and I don't think it was blackberry. I'm not sure what it was, but it smelled a lot like this, and it must have been the melon, so I think that's what I'm smelling the most of. This would be a really good scent to kind of blend with another one, not in the same bowl. I don't usually blend like that. I usually put a scent like this in one warmer and then whatever I want to blend it with in a different warmer, and then let them mingle that way. That way, if I really don't like one of the scents, or I think, wow, that's not very good together, I can just turn off one warmer and I don't feel like I've wasted my wax. Excuse me. So that's the Blackberry Melon Cotton Candy. I really enjoy Julie's fruity blends. I like some of her bakery too, but her fruity blends have been my favorite. I know I think it was maybe March or even maybe February, she came out with a bunch of fantastic springy fruity blends. Like, let me see over here. I think I have one. I have 1 chunk and a chunk bag left that I've been saving. This green apple pomegranate cotton candy. This is amazing. I love this blend, and you can probably see that I've only got 1 little chunk left, and I'm kind of hoarding it. I love it. Here was another one she did. This is Strawberry Passion Summer Sorbet Cotton Candy Frosting. This one was really good as well, and I have 2 chunks left. This was a loaf that I chopped up, and I ended up selling a portion of it because usually I'm like, man, I'm not going to melt a whole loaf of 1 cent, and now I'm kicking myself because it's so good. I wish I just saved it. Okay, next off is Blueberry Marshmallow Waffle Cone. You can see this chunk is huge. Some of Julie's chunks come really big like this, but I just I'll usually just chunk that in half, honestly. This is a pretty good size melt. I don't know if I would chunk that in half or just toss it in. I'm not sure. It depends on what warmer. If this was my candelier, I'd probably just toss the whole thing in. If this was like my bedroom warmer, I would probably, okay, I apologize for that. I had a salesman knocking on my front door and I could hear my dog barking. So yeah, depends on what size warmer. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Blue and white chunks in there with like a tan colored overpour. The blueberry marshmallow waffle cone. I've had this one before. I believe I got it in a chunk assortment sampler she had, and it was really good. And I also had, I think it was a strawberry marshmallow waffle cone, which was also really good. This one needs some cure time. You can tell I don't get a lot of waffle cone. I get a ton of marshmallow. She has a very strong marshmallow, but it's a good one. A little bit of blueberry. It's like a bakery blueberry. It doesn't have an artificial note that I can smell. But yeah, that marshmallow is just very strong. So this one needs to cure a lot. And I can tell because of this one, Smurfs in the Kitchen. I had this one, I have it over here. And I had got it in I think it was a chunk bag back in March. And I smelled it and I thought, honestly, I was like, wow, this sucks. You know, this smells disgusting. I don't know what everybody is raving about. I don't like it. So, but I thought to myself, you know what, let me save 2 chunks. And I have 1 left now, but I had 2 in here. And I decided to save it, and I reached back for it about a month ago. So I'd say about 2, maybe 2.5 months of curing. And it smelled so different. It was a really good bakery note then, but then that blueberry really came out, because as it is now, you can see that the chunks are very colored. I'm assuming the blueberry is the blue chunks, but a lot of it you can tell are other notes, and so that's what you get mostly. So anyway, when I pull out this chunk, this is the one I've had since March. This one you can tell looks like it has more blueberry in this chunk, but this just smells so amazing. You get the blueberry in it, but it's not like blueberry and then other bakery notes. It's like it melds into one delicious, complex blueberry note. Oh my goodness, when I re-smelled this, I freaked out. I really did. I was like, what is wrong with me? But I'm so glad I saved 2 chunks to see. And then I melted one of them, and when I melted that one, I knew I had to buy another bag. It was so good. I think I blended it with something else. Another blueberry bakery type note, and they just blew me away. So this one, and I've already smelled this one again, it has that weird note to it that the other one had before that I wrote off, but this time I'm not writing it off. I'm going to sit and let it cure. I still have this chunk over here to hold me off, but I'll probably save this one towards later in the year when I want a really good bakery note that has a fruity note in it, and because I know around fall it's pumpkin this and caramel apple that, and then you get the winter months, you know, the Christmas blends with all the spices and cloves and all that great stuff, and it's great, but I get overwhelmed and I get tired of smelling that every day. And I live in South Central Texas, I know I've said before, but we barely have a winter. It's very hot here all the time, so I really need some good bakery and even fruity blends to switch it up so I don't get bored. So I will definitely be saving that. Now it almost kind of smells like, almost like a weird Play-Doh scent, like a bakery Play-Doh scent, but I know that that will go away and it does get better. So the last scent I have here is Creamy Strawberry Cake Batter Milk, and this is what it looks like. It's got gorgeous white and pinky red chunks with a yellow cake batter type overpour. And just off scent description alone, I would know, I knew I was going to like this as long as the strawberry was her good strawberry. I've had a strawberry blend before when I first tried Sassy Girl Aroma that was awful. It was just the worst strawberry I've ever smelled. I can't remember why, I just remember I hated it. But at the same time, I had ordered a different blend with strawberry in it, and that strawberry was really good. And I've heard other people say that as well. So I would like to say, though, that any strawberry blend I've had since that initial time has been the good strawberry. So I don't know if maybe that was a fragrance oil that she uses very seldomly, or if it was one that she used to use and realized, wow, this sucks, and switched over to a better one. I'm not really sure, but I do know that I feel safe with her strawberry blends now. And when it comes to milk scents, I used to not like them until Super Tarts. I really kind of fell in love with milk blends from Catwoman alone. It instantly changed my nose, and now when I smell other milk blends, I'm either okay with them or I like them. Like, I don't hate them automatically like I used to. So I thought this one would be really good, a nice kind of bakery scent, a very easily blendable scent. You know, it could go with other milk blends or with strawberry or just bakery scents. I mean, it's very universal. This one, you totally get a milk note, and it's almost like a sour milk. Not like bad where you sniff it and you're like, oh my goodness, but like where you can question, is this milk going bad? I smell that at first, and I think that's going to change when it cures. But if you can get past that initial scent and then just keep smelling the rest of the notes, you do get that cake batter, which is an amazing scent, and then strawberry. And I think it's the cake batter and the milk that make it creamy, which is why it says creamy strawberry, which is a great way to describe this. I look forward to this one once it cures. I'm not going to knock it. I feel like with some of Julie's blends that, you know, have these really bakery notes to it, or notes that are usually softer, but they help to cream things out, I really feel like they smell funny at first, and I think it might be the wax that she uses, but I'm not going to knock it. I'm going to wait and see. I've learned my lesson. I don't do that with all other vendors, because some other vendors, you know, you kind of get to know your vendors, and you know the kind of wax they use, how things smell. Like, you know, with Super Tarts, a lot of times it smells very different on warm than it does on cold, and things like that. Different vendors, you know, you just have to learn what's right for you and what works for each vendor. And for Sassy Girl Aroma, I really learned that cure time is key in throw, and how the scent will change a little bit, especially with her bakery blends. So yeah, that is my very small Sassy Girl Aroma order. Thank you for watching. Bye.